Excellent. Okay, let's have a go at this. Alrighty. Thank you so much to my beautiful friend Alison, who has been my soul sister in this journey from the very beginning. I really do appreciate your support. I really do. Thank you. Alrighty, so let's jump in. Sorry, had a few technical issues. Alrighty, today marks the day of the spring equinox in the southern hemisphere. In the folklore traditions of the Gaelic calendar, the Gaelic, which is my ancestry, people lived much closer to the earth and the environment. So I'm drawing back to my Gaelic roots. I do have an Irish English background to keep it authentic. I'm not really in a position to comment on Aboriginal Indigenous culture, but I'm really interested in folklore and digging deep into our ancestry, doing archaeological digs into the folklore of ancient wisdom traditions, because many of them were focused on a balance between the masculine and the feminine. And I think, again, we're going through another cycle in our evolution. We're heading into another era. And I believe that this new era that we're heading into at the moment will see a rebalance between the masculine and feminine that is so badly needed in on planet Earth right now. So this video is about reconnecting ourselves to the cycles of nature. It's about really connecting with the fact that today is the spring equinox. It is a balance between an equal amount of day and night. And it's important to get that connection to really pin ourselves and integrate ourselves within the cycles of nature. Personally, I believe that I have taken Mother Earth for granted. I take for granted that there'll be food in the fridge. I take for granted that the food always just shows up. But I don't think I am as aware of the cycles of nature as I could be. I'm not as respectful as I might be. So this is all about reconnecting our respect to the earth, which does provide the nourishment that we need. It does provide the oxygen that we breathe. It provides the water that we drink. It's really important to get that level of respect back, I think, and that level of connection back. And again, this is about redressing the balance between the feminine and the masculine. So coming back to that awareness of the holisticness of life and how we're all connected and how we benefit from nature, nature benefits from us. So today is the spring equinox, and today is celebrated as the first day of spring amongst ancient traditions, um, and in this who celebrate through the solar calendar. So it's the day when day and night are in perfect balance, and we're in perfect balance both in the southern hemisphere and the northern hemisphere at the moment. So it's one of those rare days where the northern and southern hemispheres are experiencing the same length of days. Of course, here in the southern hemisphere, we're going into springtime. In the northern hemisphere, they are going into autumn. So here in the southern hemisphere, spring is a time of awakening and renewal after the dormancy of the cold winter and the longer nights. So we're starting to see the wonderful blossoms on the trees. We're starting to see the lawns growing again. It's that time where things really spring into existence, sprout into existence. It's a time of rejuvenation and renewal. So the term equinox comes from the Latin, meaning equal day and night. We are welcoming a fresh start. Hence, we're all very familiar with the spring clean, out with the winter, in with the new season of spring. And we feel compelled often to just do that, to just give our homes a bit of a clean, spring clean the homes, and be ready for the new season. In ancient Celtic traditions, which are marked by the solar wheel of the Gaelic calendar, a fire festival is held. And I'm starting to see this pattern of the celebration of light, the celebration of fire. Again, I take light for granted. I take for granted that the sun is going to rise and the sun is going to set. The sun is going to rise and we're going to have light during the day. The sun is going to set and we'll have a period of night time for rest. I take the warmth of the sun for granted. But again, aren't we, isn't it incredible, isn't it a miracle that the sun sets every morning and the sun lights the sky and the sun warms our skin? So again, it's getting back to that appreciation and respect. And this is what in ancient wisdom traditions, they celebrated light and they celebrated fire. So in ancient wisdom traditions, in the Celtic tradition, this season is called Ostara, and it's named after the goddess of spring, Ostara. The equinox is a time of balance between night and day, dark and light, death and life, cold and hot, internal and external, feminine and masculine. So again, that perfect balance that we have today, that we can experience today. It also talks about duality, doesn't it? And here on earth, we live in duality. We live in the duality of light and dark. We live in the duality of day and night. And this helps us to appreciate the opposite. It helps us to appreciate the masculine and the masculine to appreciate the feminine. So that duality that we do live in, so that we can understand the light and the dark, etc. We get that appreciation for opposites. So getting back in touch with Mother Earth, the equinox is the point in time when the sun crosses the celestial equator across the globe. At the exact moment of the equinox, the sun shines directly on the equator before continuing its journey either north or south. So spring is a time of sowing seeds, planting new life, nourishing ourselves. We often see in festivals, traditions that we have a feast, and in the springtime, at Easter time, we have that Easter feast. So it's a time of that nourishment, of really enjoying a beautiful meal. We tend to the organic cycles of spring in preparation for the abundance of summer and the harvest that we see at the end of summer. And we can also attend in springtime to the beginnings of new personal growth, new internal growth, new spiritual growth. So, where are we in our spiritual growth journey? Where are we up to? What is coming in for us? What is new for us that we can keep on that continual expanding into our own personal potential? So, in springtime, we're looking at our personal growth both within and also without in the physical world. So, springtime is a good time to pause and take a moment to connect with any new life, ideas, inspiration that might be beginning within you. These might be spiritual inspiration, mental, emotional, or physical. Any of those could be sprouting into new existence in this new season, this new spring season. So, I'd like to take some time with you to nourish the seeds of awareness within you and to look into ourselves and find out what is sprouting, what is blooming, what is blossoming for you in this new season. We see all the beautiful blossoms coming out on the trees at the moment. It's absolutely beautiful, the scents, the perfumes. Blossoms are the beginning of the growth of fruit. So we have the blossoms in springtime and we have the fruit in the summertime. So we're just seeing those blossoms, that beginning of that new life, that new growth. So how can we water, cultivate, nourish and nurture ourselves in this new growth period? What steps are you being guided to take during the season of renewal to continue to expand into your own unique personal potential? Alrighty. So let's jump into a meditation now and let's pick up on some energy. How is this energy flowing? Where does the energy want to go for this group collective? Let's see what this energy speaks to in regards to springtime. So I'm going to go into a meditation now and I'm going to talk as I notice what comes up in this meditation for the group. Alrighty, so let's begin. So take a nice, deep, comfortable breath in through the nose, hold for 4, and then out through the mouth, and we'll do that again. Breathing in through the nose for 4, holding for 4, and then out through the mouth for 4. Nice, deep, comfortable, slow breath in for 4 through the nose, holding for 4, out for 4. And again, breathing in for 4 through the nose, holding for 4, and out for 4 through the mouth. Just letting any old air out right to the bottom of your stomach, through your, and then breathing in through the nose, holding for 4, and then out through the mouth. So really getting that nice rhythm of deep breathing. This is a nice way to calm your nervous system and slow down and really be in the present moment, and also to really focus on your breath and to go within. And then feeling the ground beneath your feet, the chair supporting your bottom, the back of the chair supporting your back, the back of your hands on your knees, really getting that sense of groundedness and connection. Feeling very connected and grounded in this present moment in time. Picking up on the energy moving clockwise in a positive direction around the solar plexus area, which is your stomach, which is talking about your power center. So allowing that energy to flow smoothly around your power center, around your stomach region. So the energy is going out about a foot around your stomach region, like as you would sort of watch a hula hoop flowing around your waist. So that energy is flowing about a foot out from your stomach or your torso. So really connecting with your power, connecting with your inner power. This is where we hold and store our power, in our stomachs, in our gut. So just noticing how is that energy flowing in that power center, power area. Is it nice and smooth? Does there need to be any balance done between the right and the left, the masculine and the feminine? So I'm seeing a nice smooth flow of energy around the power center. Really sitting in your own power, being very connected to your own power. It's traveling at a good speed and it's nice and balanced. You're sitting nice and comfortably within your power. Nice deep comfortable breaths. So just taking some time to notice how the energy is flowing. And using this time to ask the question, what is blossoming in my life right now? Where am I going on my own unique personal growth journey? What is what new things are emerging for me as we enter into the spring season? When we look at some of the pictures of spring, when we look at some of the pictures of the goddess Ostara, we see in these beautiful images of the goddess that she is holding a flame in the palm of her hand. And we see that she gained this flame during the winter time. So there was a new inspiration emerging during the winter time that she's now ready to bring forth into the world in the springtime. So breaking through that soil where that seed was nourished. So we can see in that cycle that the seed was dropped and nourished in the soil during winter time and is now starting to germinate and break through the soil and starting to sprout. So we can see the beginnings of something sprouting in our lives in the springtime. So we're just noticing that cycle of an idea being planted in the winter time during that time of stillness, and that cycle of the plant beginning to sprout, cycling up into our higher selves, coming back down into the soil, and then sprouting up and allowing us to come into connection with our higher selves, and then coming back down into the soil. So we're starting to see that cycle of springtime, the sprouting of a new idea. So in those wisdom traditions, we can see Ostara, the goddess of spring, and in some of her pictures, we can see that she's holding a flame in the palm of her hands. So imagine that you have a flame in the palm of your hand, and in the ancient wisdom traditions, that flame, oh no, uh, just checking the internet. We are connected and it's looking okay. That's good. Okay, there we go. Okay, still recording. All right, so we have a flame in the palm of our hands, and this flame represents inspiration. This flame represents wisdom. Okay, so imagine that you're holding a flame in the palm of your hands and just getting a sense of what is this wisdom that you have in the palm of your hand that you can share with others. You can light the way for others. Another way to perceive the flame in the palm of your hand is imagine that you're holding a torch and the torch is burning. So that torch that you might be holding in your hand again signifies your wisdom. What wisdom are you holding? What torch are you holding that can light the path for others? What wisdom do you have to share with others? So the flame in the palm of your hand, what do you have to give to the world? Okay. All right. And in the springtime, it's that time when that new idea is starting to emerge into the earth, out into the earth. Alrighty, so just taking a few moments to ask yourself in this meditation, what wisdom do I hold, do I carry that I can offer up into the world? What is my wisdom? What do I have to share? What fire do I carry that can help to light up other people, can help to inspire others, can help to shed light, guide others, lighten up people's lives? Just take a few moments to think about that. What is your wisdom? Where is your growth? Where is your wisdom that you can share to the world? What unique talents, skills, insights do you have to offer? You might like to take this time to write down a few ideas that come to you during the meditation. The world going through so much change at the moment. The world really needs our wisdom right now, our inner wisdom. Just letting those thoughts come to you. And then we're going to go to the throat chakra, the part of our bodies where we communicate and express, we sing, we talk, we create. We might express ourselves in art, dance, whatever creative expression we might have. So just taking us to that throat chakra, the area of expression, and allowing that communication, allowing that voice to be heard, because the communication aspect of the psyche is more of a feminine aspect. Females are more likely to communicate verbally, etc. Creativity is a feminine attribute, so valuing and honoring the expression process, the communication process. So we're going to the throat chakra and we're just allowing the energy to expand in our communication area of communication. So allowing our communication, our expression to open up, taking the energy there. I'm seeing that energy spiraling in an anti-clockwise direction, going within to open up that area in our bodies, allowing us to express and to be heard and to have a voice. This particular area of our body is a beautiful sacred blue color. It's the color that we often see in sacred uh, artwork, particularly in the Christian tradition. We see the robe of Jesus Christ as um, a divine blue color, very much a color that's used to express divinity, that beautiful sacred blue color. So just allowing that energy to open up the communication area, That spiral is now rotating on a horizontal plane around the throat chakra, giving ourselves permission to express ourselves and communicate and be creative in whatever way feels right for us. Just taking a moment to think about your personal preferences, your strengths in expression and communication. How do you like to express yourself? What wisdom do you have to share that you can express with others? So that spiral is getting larger now, it's spiraling out, it's expanding. Expansion means that we can expand into that energy of sharing our wisdom with others, bringing new light to the earth, new energy to the earth. What are our gifts that we have to share? And as we give our gifts, as we give our wisdom, we will also receive. It's all part of the same cycle, the giving and receiving cycle. And as we give, we open to abundance. So that cycle is expanding further and further out. That energy is spiraling further and further out. So just allowing that sense of personal expansion, personal growth, allowing the flow of life to expand into a higher sense of personal growth. Soaking in that warmth of the season, and touching the lives of others. Trusting that our wisdom is important and can really benefit the lives of others. No matter what your cultural background, trusting in your own unique wisdom that might be from your cultural background, that the wisdom that you offer. People are thirsty for wisdom at the moment because there's so much change going on in the world at the moment. And we're all here to support each other as the earth moves out of an old era and into a new era. Okay, so just really relaxing your body, letting your arms drop to your side, giving your arms and your hands a bit of a shake, letting go of any tension, stress, letting go of any holding, letting go of any sense of needing to control. This is something I've been going through lately, is the idea that I need to let go of any sense of trying to control things. Just shaking that out and letting the tingling in your fingers tell you that energy is moving out of your arms, out of your hands, releasing any old energy that you don't need anymore out of your arms, allowing that energy to flow back out of your body. And you might like to just spend a little bit of time journaling after this session about what's coming up for you in this new springtime season. So thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it, and I hope this video turns out well and that you get something from it. And thank you for being here. Have a beautiful day, a beautiful spring equinox. Enjoy the beautiful warm weather, the perfume in the air, the warmth in the air, and allow yourselves to expand into this new season. Love you all.